Hello guys, today I want to show you how remotely you can manage ThinkSystem Server SR590 in order to remotely boot it up and set up the operating system and do the management. You should connect to the IP address 192.168.70.125. Here in the beginning it shows the server model, and this is system events. I will show you later what is this event. This is the machine type, which is in front of the machine, and the part number. This is the serial number, the power state, which is off at the moment, and this is the BMC base management controller IP address which we are connecting at the moment. And the user ID is all caps lock user ID, and the password is password but instead of the letter O, we should put number 0. Okay, we are in. Here in the home page, we see the CPU is okay, memory, local storage, PCI cards, power supply, and system board and others. All shows okay except for the power supply. If you hover over it, it shows you that non-redundant sufficient resources. This is because I remove one power supply so that the noise doesn't get that much high. This is normal then. About the processor, we can click here. It will shows us right here to the inventory, and in the inventory it says that it is showing when as of previous system power on, which means that any changes which I have done through this power off situation will not be reflected here. I didn't do any changes, so that's fine. Here we have the second generation Intel Xeon Silver processor, and it is 4210 with 10 cores. We have one slot connected at 16 GB, and here we have 3 hard drives in front of this server, which are 600 GB 10K SAS 12G. And I already built one RAID controller here based on drive 0, 1, and 2 and make it as RAID drive 5. And power supply is normal, maximum connected. And here is the PCI adapters. In PCI adapters, we have SATA controllers already and LAN on motherboard, which is Intel X722. And this slot is the RAID controller, which is 9308i with 2 GB flash cache. If I go it inside, it's PCI Express X8. You will see that here we have serial number, the model number, and here is the memory, which is 2 GB and flash size is 16 meg. And the battery status here, which is operational, which means the battery is operating on the flash. And it's almost everything. To see what is this adapter, which I installed separately, and this is not a Lenovo part, but it works with Lenovo very well. This is one NVMe controller, which I open it, it shows the vendor ID 0x144D and device ID 0xA822, which is actually a Samsung NVMe drive under a PCI slot, and it's 6.4 terabyte. Okay, so let's go and check this section. The input here at the moment, which server is Office 7 watt. It's just some sensors, this management board, and the power itself. So first thing we should do is to start the server, which we can do it right now. Okay, some small noise is coming from far away. It's the noise of the server which has been started. We can launch remote console here. Okay, so it's like you have sitting behind the server itself with a monitor and keyboard. It's again showing all the details as we said already, and here detects everything. You can also record the situation here. There is a lot of sensors and other biases, so it takes some time for the server to boot up properly. So I just pause and come back once it's done.